Hi, my name is Stephanie, and I was diagnosed with autism at age 23. I've already shared a lot of my story with you on this channel, and I also shared with you about autism meltdowns, but a lot of you were really interested in this, and I thought I would reach out to some other YouTubers who are also on the spectrum. So without any further ado, here is what it is like to have a meltdown from the perspective of many different people on the autism spectrum.
For me personally, a meltdown can happen over a multitude of things happening over the course of a week or a few days. You know, if there's a lot of things going on and, you know, I just reach my peak of just, I can't do this anymore, then it can result in a meltdown for me.
Growing up, I did have a hard time communicating with others, and usually when I was agitated or sad, a lot of that would be expressed through tears. It happened fairly often, to the point where I was called a crybaby when I was younger, and to the point where I also was considered the shy, quiet kid who was different. I know now that when I would melt down, whether it was at home or in a public space, that a lot of the time I really was just trying to express my voice verbally and trying to communicate with others, but I didn't have the easiest time doing so. And at times that was very difficult to mediate, only because I wasn't around environments all the time that were accommodating and comforting to my needs. And also because I found routine to be a daily struggle for me.
Feels like rage. Feels like something out of the Twilight Zone. Normally I'm very happy, very ha-ha, very outgoing, and then there are some cases when I get upset when things kind of go, it's just scary, to be honest.
So a meltdown to me is where, like, my senses and everything I know around me that I interact with the world gets so overwhelming that it just becomes this eruption of emotion. Like, I've kept it and kept it and kept it, but then all of a sudden there's too much going on. It's like being in a busy store with like a million people running past you, and there's just lights and sounds and people and smells, and like you just feel hot and gross, and then you just kick back and it just melts down. That to me is how I experience a meltdown, and it's not good.
And during a meltdown, I just become really agitated. I become really frustrated with myself, and I just can't function. If you ask me to do something during a meltdowny phase, I just can't handle it. I just can't do the thing that you're asking me to do, because my head is just like, it's kind of like when you put mashed potato in a microwave and for some reason the mashed potato just explodes all over the microwave. That's my head during a meltdown. It's just, everything's everywhere. There's just no correlation to anything. It's just all of a mess.
But I do know that where I am currently is truly because I've made strides to help alleviate that for myself. Now as a young adult, through practice, I'm able to bottle up a lot of my emotions, no matter what it is, and just find a way to release it in a comfortable space. And usually I will try to go back to my room or just to another safe place to hopefully cry or vent to myself about whatever's going on, which is really great. I find that when I'm able to release a sort of meltdown, it does help me decompress, to reflect, and just to relax just on where I am currently, and to understand more about the aspects that I'm frustrated with to help make them better. Most of the time I do find myself going back to being productive again, or trying to find ways to distract from how I was previously feeling. And I do have an amazing support system of people in my life right now that I'm able to talk to about anything. At the end of the day, I do find that meltdowns have allowed me to release certain emotions when I felt unable to. Even though it could be a circulation of emotions to the point where it just gets extremely overwhelming and sometimes annoying, I do find that sharing that aspect of myself is one of the bigger reasons why I share that I'm autistic, so that way people around me are able to understand more of who I am.
Thank you so much to everybody who participated in this collaboration. I am actually going to link everyone's channels below, so everyone who appeared in this video, check them all out. If you're interested in autism content, which you likely are if you're on this channel, I really highly encourage you to check everyone out who participated. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences and all of that. I hope that you guys as viewers hopefully you kind of gained a better understanding of what a meltdown is like for different people, and maybe you could identify with that yourself. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, like this, and subscribe to all of these people. They're really great, helping spread awareness and share their stories, and so hopefully you'll subscribe to them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!